Okay, so I'm in the middle of client feedbacks and she's listening to this at the same time, but it, like, reading through one of the girls' feedbacks, it's like for the first time ever, she has literally stuck to, like, I wrote in a post in the group, actually, I wrote it to my actual social media page, that, like, what my job is to provide you with a meal plan or meal template for you to learn how you're supposed to eat, what you're supposed to eat, and things that make you actually feel good and get your goals in a way that is sustainable and a way that you enjoy and can maintain. So the fact that she's now able to stick to it and not, like, freely eating this, that, and the other, her energy is picked up. I also ask about libido. It's solid. Her digestion has gotten so much better. Her performance is way better. Her strength is way better. And literally there is not one thing I could fault here now. The thing that I liked the most is that she said that her energy is amazing throughout the day. She's only getting tired when it's time to go to bed, and she's waking up just before the alarm. And the fact that I promote training in the morning a lot with my girls because it gets it over and done with, and it spikes your cortisol levels for the day so that you can actually be in that, like, that reactive alert state and have your circadian rhythm working well. Because when you spike that cortisol, it's supposed to tone down so that you're low before bed. And if it's actually askew, even when you're doing that, then you need to implement things like the time, like if it's manageable, the time you train can influence or rectify your circadian rhythm. Same with food and carb feeding, because carbs, like, if your cortisol is really high, especially after you train, since you have carbs, your cortisol level is blunted. Your cortisol response is blunted. So there are different things that you can manipulate within your diet to affect that. But that, to me, is majoring in the minor, and I only look at that when my clients are anal with consistency and adherence. And we also just started actually taking the vitamin D and magnesium, which, like, before she stopped them because it was giving her headaches, and that still led to, like, sleep issues, energy issues, recovery issues. And now that they're back in and she's rectified her levels of magnesium and vitamin D, like, her energy is better. She has no, like, chocolate cravings anymore because magnesium can help with that. Her sleep is deeper. Her performance and recovery is so much better. And she's looking towards a strongman comp in April now. Like, she's actually looking for goals to set herself to get better. Like, she's looking forward to life and being positive in her stuff. And I'm trying to get her into a powerlifting comp in February as well. And the way her deadlifts have picked up and the way that I programmed her new phase, it's like there's no doubt that I have that she will get there and further. And it all started with believing in herself, with knowing that she can change, not dwelling in the negatives and feeling positive. And the fact that now her sleep is better, everything, like, I just did a post on this on my Instagram story, because I tried these new sleep tablets last night and they friggin' made my sleep so deep. Like, I still slept little because I didn't get into bed until late. And I found it so hard to wake up, like usual, because I didn't sleep long. But I felt so energized because my sleep wasn't, like, the sleep quality was amazing. Don't just look at quantity. You need to look at the quality of stuff. And, like, I'm just really proud with her feedback. And she's listening to me right now. So I'm going to leave it here and get back to my video chat with her and finish off the feedback. But this is what happens. I get emotional when breakthroughs happen. And this is one of her strongest weeks thus far. And this is why I always count week 1 as week 0. And why I don't like changing things for the first 4 weeks. Because this is I think it's week 9 or week 8. And, like, it's one of the strongest weeks she's had thus far. So if you are out there and you are finding it hard to get in track or wondering why it's not working for you or wanting to give up because you can't stick to something, don't give up. It doesn't happen in a week, in 2 weeks. Sometimes it doesn't happen for a month. You took however many years to build the habits that you have right now. And if you're still stubborn to keeping those negative habits or negative thoughts or whatever habits it is that you have, then you must somehow subconsciously believe that they are working for you in some way. Otherwise, you'd have the power to change them. So it does take time to rewire your habits, and it takes many steps, and it takes support, not just downloading some stupid paper off the internet. Support, network, community, belief from yourself and from a mentor, a coach. Having people with you along the way, like all of that just makes the process feel so much better.